So in the material world, even in illusion, you deal with beauty, you deal with rasa of relationship within the rules and regulations of the Shastras. One becomes a civilized human being. First you should become a civilized human being, then we can become a Vaishnava. Prabhupada says in some place, a Vaishnava is a gentleman. Because Vaishnava is one who is learning how to be a perfect gentleman in the spiritual world. First he has to be a gentleman here. Adherence to the Shastras, culture, that is culture. Adherence to the scriptures, sadachar, all the right kind of behavior, lifestyle, these are all supposed to have, these are all necessary for a Vaishnava. Otherwise one would say, why all this sadachar and all, chant Hare Krishna, no, anyway you're going to go to the spiritual world. No, in the spiritual world there is super sadachar. It's a wonderful Satchidananda society. This is a Triguna society. Just like three gunas produce this society, there are three energies of the Lord that produce that society. Sandhini potency, Samvit potency, Hladini potency. Just like Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattoguna. In the same way, there are three modes in the spiritual world. Sandhini is existential potency. Samvit is knowledge potency. Hladini is pleasure potency. So then a world is created by these energies of the Lord. These are energies of the Lord. A world is created, a society is created. Created means it exists. It displays. It's not that it's created sometime, but it is active. The three energies are active in creating a spiritual society in the spiritual world. And the characteristic of that atmosphere is that of giving enjoyment to Krishna. The one who can actually take the enjoyment of unlimited living entities, rasa, is the center of the rasa. He is not an ordinary person. He is another tattva, surrounded by ordinary tattvas like us who are tiny, who all give ananda to him. And whose constitutional ananda is the ananda of giving ananda in the spiritual world. Every living entity. So everybody is in ananda. So that whole atmosphere is an atmosphere of Satchidananda Vigraha. So in the spiritual world, even though there are so many female beauties, when one is attracted to the supreme beauty of Radha and Krishna, then everything becomes, compared to that beauty, every other beauty is actually an offering to that beauty. The beauty and the attitude of the residents of Vaikuntha is that of giving pleasure to Krishna. The attitude of everybody in Vaikuntha is that everything belongs to Krishna. Every person in the spiritual world belongs to Krishna. The owner is the enjoyer of the property of Krishna, is the Supreme Lord who is the enjoyer of all the jivas. So all the beauty is enjoyed by Krishna. So one sees beauty in the material world. You can see beauty without coveting. You can see beauty in the material world also without coveting. Coveting means what? Wanting to possess. It's for me. It is for me. But the fact that beauty is not there cannot be denied. In the spiritual world, you may see somebody, you may say, oh, she is very beautiful. Doesn't mean it is Maya. You appreciate her beauty. Because it's Krishna's creation, it's Krishna's energy. But you're not coveting, you don't want to enjoy it. You're recognizing it is she's Krishna's servant. So therefore, within our mind, you cannot get out of this thing that, like Mayavadis say, that, you should get out of you should hate the attitude of enjoying. You don't hate female beauty, you don't hate females, but you hate your attitude to enjoy female beauty. So this is a training ground in our material world. That is why this Shastras prescribed right kind of behavior for our mind. What is this sadachar? Look, every woman as a mother except one's wife. Why except one's wife? Because according to Dharma it authorized. Now you do. Now you look at it. Look at your wife differently. That she has to serve me. That is the principle. Regulated way of removing the anarthas is a mechanism, a regulated sense gratification. Shastra says that any poison can be removed by administering the same poison in regulated manner. It's a big principle. Bhagavatam also talks about it. So if you regulate a poison, only doctors can say what is the regulation, what is the dosage and all those things. You cannot decide. So that dosage of sense gratification, the doctors have decided according to the medical books, Shastras, which is the scriptures, what should be the enjoyment of a grahastha. Is it prescribed? When in that prescribed manner you conduct yourself as a proper grahastha, then that lust can be uprooted. It will dwindle. It will dwindle. It's like a medicine.